The author Geshe Kelsing, he starts by saying, the definition of desirous attachment is a deluded mental factor that observes its contaminated object, regards it as a cause of happiness, and wishes for it. Right, so this is the mind of desirous attachment. So he differentiates desirous attachment from desire in the following few sentences. So we need to be very clear when we first look at this subject that we don't confuse desirous attachment for desire. So the point is not to think every time we desire something that it's attachment. There's many desires that are actually very helpful. Right? If we consider the desire to help others, that's a very beneficial desire. The desire to protect others from their suffering, that's also a very beneficial desire. There's plenty of neutral desires. We might desire a cup of tea, a walk in the park, right? It's generally a neutral desire. So the type of attachment that we're looking at here that's called desirous attachment, it's specifically a type of desire that disturbs our mind. So this is one way we can begin to identify it, as we think, okay, if I have desirous attachment, my mind is necessarily disturbed by or with respect to anything I desire. So whatever I'm wishing for, I'm not just simply wishing for. Like there's some tension in my mind with respect to it. And that's where we can begin to see how this mind is a cause of pain. Right? It's actually a source of tremendous pain. So the definition where we started, a deluded mental factor that observes its object, regards it as a cause of happiness, and wishes for it. So this is helpful to break down a little bit. So when we're developing a mind of desirous attachment, we observe something or someone, because we can have attachment for anything, anyone. But we're observing it a particular way that, as Geshe Kelsing says here, regards it as a cause of happiness. Regards it as a cause of happiness. So the way that we're looking at external people and things is that it's their job to make us happy. It's in their power to make us happy. They should make us happy. That's the idea. So we have a view coming from attachment that our happiness depends upon someone or something outside of ourselves, and therefore is beyond our control to some extent or another. It's in the hands of someone else. Whether or not we have a good day today, it's up to a host of external conditions, people, places, enjoyments, activities that have nothing to do with my own mind, right? Has to do with other people. So then if we're not careful with this mind of attachment, then our approach to happiness becomes a solely external approach, because we feel that the source of happiness is found outside ourselves. Outside ourselves. So right here, we can begin, even just at the start of this definition, to understand how desirous attachment deceives us into thinking that our happiness is not something within our control, within the control of our own mind. Which from the Buddhist perspective, like Buddha taught, that happiness is found within the mind. It's a state of mind. Therefore, it's definitely within our freedom to find happiness at any time, at any place, in any situation, because it depends upon internal factors more than external factors. But with a mind of attachment, we see it the opposite way around. We think it's solely external factors that determine my happiness. So then this is the meaning of regards it as a cause of happiness. And then wishes for it. So as a result of feeling that someone or something is a cause of happiness, then we wish for it, meaning we feel that it's necessary in order to be happy to possess this person or thing. The mind of attachment is very sticky. It's a very possessive mind. It feels that someone or something is a requirement for our happiness, our fulfillment, our satisfaction. So I would say this reference here, wishes for it, is very gentle. Because if we really look at the nature of this mind from our own experience, we can see it often feels a lot more than just wishing for it. Like we have craving, longing, neediness, possessiveness, stickiness, all coming from this mind of attachment. We can feel anxious when we're separated from, frustrated or angry if we're, again, separated from. It's very easy, we can see, to see this last aspect of the definition of attachment, wishes for it, in many, many, we could say, different levels, you know. So if we can understand the definition of desirous attachment, it's basically a view. It's a wrong view. It's a way in which we view people and things, where we see them to be the sole source of our happiness, and then as a result, we feel that, or we wish for those things, meaning we feel that they're required for us to be happy.